Got a little carried away. What do you say, everybody? 14 Guitars here. It is Memorial Day weekend, and we've got some people here riding today. Met a couple of really nice guys over here that recognized the dirt bike and came to shake hands. That was really nice of them, and I appreciate that very much. What that tells me is people are seeing the videos. So I'm going to ask you, please subscribe to my videos and thumbs up if you like them. I don't care if you're watching for 1 minute or 30 minutes. See, I think I need a mouthpiece. I fixed my mouthpiece. It was, I had to bend up the inside a little bit in the back here, right here. Get that up against the roof of my mouth, and that kind of took care of the crazy lisp. I'm still going to sound like Sylvester the cat, but it won't be quite so bad. So there we go. Anyway, we are at beautiful Enoree, South Carolina. In my opinion, the finest public place to ride in the state. It's only $5 to ride, or 50 bucks a year. 50 bucks a year gets you riding privileges in the national forests, Wambaw, Enoree, Parsons Mountain, etc. So completely worth it. And if you get a chance to come up to Enoree, it's a great place to ride. You'll meet some really fine people here. My plan today is to go ahead and run all 5 loops twice. I did a workout ride at Manchester on Tuesday, and I got to tell you, I kind of underestimated Mother Manchester. I'm a little sore, but I wanted to have a little more fitness ride, a little faster ride here at Enoree. Take 5 loops slow and easy. Warm up. My sore body. 61-year-old body gets a little sore. Takes a while to recover. And try to ride the second 5 loop a little faster. I don't really want to take any chances today, so maybe not as fast as I've done it in the past. But to challenge myself a little bit, just do a little better pace. Really nice people I met. You know, the biker community, the riding community, it's a close-knit community of really fine people. Often people ride as family, and it's hard to find finer people than you'll meet riding dirt bikes. It almost smells like castor oil in front of me. I love that smell. Gotta remember that first ride is a warm up. Motorcycle Mike does not have the best self-control. I often find myself outrunning my talent or my stated goal for the day. You go out just to ride, then you go crazy. Sometimes you crash. Everybody knows what it's about. Really just trying to be really smooth with the first set of loops, and then try to go a little faster the second set. My fitness holds. We'll see. One thing about riding Manchester on Tuesday sure makes Enoree easy on Friday. Easier. Oh, that smells so good. That two-stroke smell. Woo. Just wonderful. All right, 512C is open. This was closed last time I was here. Thank you so much to all the folks that work on these trails and keep them in such great shape. The foresters, the volunteers. Really, this is just a really fine, really well kept trail. It's a real jewel. Boy, it's hard to say jewel with a mouthpiece in your mouth, but a real jewel for our riders, for our riding community, right? One thing I have to be careful of is I gotta check my ego a little bit, right? I got, you know, met some people that watch my video to make me feel good. I want to go nice and fast, but I don't want to do anything dumb. Just because some people watch my stuff, right? It'd be easy to get carried away. I'm actually going a good bit faster than I had planned already for these first sets. You know, 5 loops is no joke if you're not riding every week. And I think I looked it up. I think I was averaging like 15 hours a year, 15 or 20 hours a year of riding. I just videotaped them all, which is why it looks like I ride a lot. I film everything. Oh, the bike is running fantastic. Man. It's a little bit cooler. I think it's about 70. So, just a little break from this warm weather we've been having. Oh, I forgot about this trail. I like this trail. This is just a really nice semi Enoree video called Secret Trail. I didn't know, people didn't know about that, but one of the great guys I met today actually told me he didn't know about this trail until he saw my video. So that's kind of cool too. Get a little information out there. One thing he and I were talking about was something I stress, which is visualization. You know, watching a video like this, or just record yourself before you ride. It presets your brain. Information is stored in your brain. Memories are triggered that you may not realize until you're out riding. And then you see how your mind kind of remembers things subconsciously you may not remember. But suddenly you're taking certain turns faster, or come around the corner and go, oh, I know this. You find yourself slowing down or speeding speeding up or making a turn that you've missed in the past. Oh, this is a fun trail. Ready to cross bridges, fellas. One thing I like to do is really lug this bike down. I got the timing in advance, about 1.5 degrees. I recommend 2 degrees if you're running a standard YZ CPU and not the YZX. I know that's not the name of it, but I can't think of the name of the little box up here, right here. Retard your timing 2 degrees and you get a more manageable hit, much wider rev zone. You don't have to short shift, and more of a, you know, sewing machine wood bike feeling. I hate to cut the trail. We will work on the next time around not to miss that trail. Listen to that bike just lug away, man. Set up so perfectly. All my information on my bike setup is in the comments of every video I make. So just scroll down the comments. You'll get to the section on all of my carb settings. You know, I've got a shaved head. Head swift job done. That's called the head swift. Not the traditional shaved head where you shave the bottom, increase compression or whatever, or change the port timing. But head swish allows you to run a little leaner. It handles a little lower octane fuel better. I did put a new M59 tire on this bike. My tire was starting to crack, and I was complaining in my last couple videos about this cracking M59. You know, I just bought it, but I looked it up, and it looks like I bought it in 2016. So while the tread held up, you know, the knobbies held up really well. I just started to get a little bit of cracking in the rubber. Got to where I really didn't trust it. Those ruts are kind of like sand, right? You can't go exactly where you want to go, but you can go approximately. So just get a good balance. Get yourself balanced over the bike. Just go through the rut. Watch out though, my nephew almost went over the bars here on one of those key out puddle. It didn't look that deep, but he buried his front wheel. So there's a section kind of going down a steep little hill, and it goes right back up again, and there's a little, you know, wet rut. And this is a lot deeper than we thought. I'm almost exclusively sitting down right now. Unlike Manchester, right? I rode Manchester Tuesday. That video's up. That was a workout. I hadn't been in about a month, and man, I could feel it in my legs the next day big time. So Manchester is, I recommend everybody ride Manchester for fitness. It gets fun after a while as you get more fit, and you know, enjoy the challenge of what Manchester is. But most importantly, it's a fantastic workout. And when you end up riding a trail like this, you know, your fitness is just, you're prepared, right? You're more than prepared. I mean, I think you can hear in my voice, I'm not breathing hard. I feel a little bit in my arms. My arms aren't completely recovered from Manchester. But Enoree. Enoree's the honey hole, man. It's just so fun. One thing I learned I didn't know, the last couple of trips, my video was cut out after about 8 segments, so I think right at about an hour, and I was losing my last set of video, like my last loop. Last year I lost the last loop. Turns out that if you're filming in 4K, or even was it 1.4, whatever it is. Anyway, if you're filming in high res, your battery lasts a lot less, like just over an hour. Especially like 60 frames a minute, 60 frames a second at 4K. How y'all doing? I believe it's my battery that's been causing me to lose my last little bit of video. So I'm going to record this video at 1080, super view, 60 frames a second. It's more than enough. When you process the video, up-res it to 4K to load to YouTube, and you'll get much better quality. YouTube will give you a much better quality if you upload in high res, even if you didn't film in high res. So you can film in 1080, but upload in 4K. Almost any free video system editor will do that for you. That's something I learned pretty early. I mean, it used to suck. I'd have these really nice videos that looked great on the computer, and then on YouTube it looked terrible. I was like, man, I guess 1080 looks terrible. It's like, no, it's the upload processing that YouTube does. It's optimized for high res. Frames per second, unless you're doing slow-mo. Really, 24 looks pretty darn good. I noticed a slight difference in 60, and I don't seem to see gigantic differences in file size. You would expect it to be twice as file size, but it's not. So I am filming lately at 60 frames. One thing you can do is you can do a semi-slow motion, right? Half speed from 60 down to 30. If something really cool happens. And it'd be reasonable. You know, not super slow, but reasonable appearance of slow motion. These trails, by the way, whew, they're in excellent condition. That little bit of rain just made all this stuff fantastic. Oh, like a squirrel going into that. Just saw right there. My next pass, I'm pretty sure my brain will remember even before I get there. I think of the little cues, the little visual cues, and I should handle that better instead of getting up on that, on that berm and then have the power slow out of it as my rear tire slides down the berm. Oh, this bike. Running so good. Habit of steering with my rear brake, but it does get me out of the problem sometimes. Slide the rear end around. There's the right way, the wrong way, and then whatever works. And that serves me pretty well. I'm heavy on the rear braking corners, especially if it helps me turn like that if I really needed it. You can also pull the bike straight if you're about to crash. Capture rear brake. And, I think the change in centrifugal force makes a force on the bike to stand it perpendicular to the road. Oh yeah, so much fun. I'm a little paranoid on the two-way trail, especially when there's a lot of people here and I don't have my light today. I tore my light off. I don't know if I crashed or it just wore out. You know, it was a piece of aluminum. Aluminum fatigues over time a lot more than steel. So it could have been just the aluminum fatiguing. Even this is a little uncomfortable for me speed-wise on two-way trails where you have limited visibility. But we deal with what we're doing. These conditions are so nice. Just mainly the lower temperature makes this much more bearable, more enjoyable. Like to ride with Barry and Todd and Poot and learn a little bit from their techniques. I've rode in isolation most of the time, so there's probably things I'm doing wrong that if they were riding behind me they would be like, dude, don't do that, do this. And it might change. It might make a tremendous difference in my comfort, safety, speed, or technique, or enjoyment. Like that right there. I should have been in that turn. I turn better in one direction than the other. And for me, it's left. Probably because there's a brake on the right. And if I have to, I can help myself out. I'd like to cover the brake. So many times I've been there. Not tired, I'm gripping the bike a little tight, so I can feel my hands going a little bit numb. When that happens, get your elbows up and out, like that, right? Like bat wings. Get them up and out. Loosen your grip. Hold on to your knees. Got some little kickers on them, right? Those little jumps right there got some kickers on them. Get your knees slightly bent and your head up over the bar. And you hit those little guys. And constant throttle, right? That was a turn with all brake. All as a kid, the way I rode as a kid. Remember, there's whoops around this corner. Got a little carried away. This is why we wear our gear, right, all the time. I'm not hurt at all. I do have to take a leak, so probably good timing. But you know, I hit those whoops a little too fast. Knew they were coming, warning you guys about it. And here I am bouncing off of them, so. Do as I say, not as I do. We got a little bit of work to do. So what I'm going to do is cut the video, straighten all this stuff back out, and then turn the video back on. Well, that was exciting. My lever guard was almost vertical, so I used this nice big stick and pounded it back down and cleaned it out a little bit. Rinsed out my throttle assembly. So there's those crazy whoops here. They're coming around a pretty good corner. The last couple times I've hit them just fine. I don't know why. You know, this particular time, I think I just ran out of talent. I was going too fast, excited from meeting some folks that watch my videos and wanting to put on a good show, I think. So I still plan on riding both trails. I'm not hurt. You know, this armor, look at this armor. I mean, I scraped right across this stuff on my shoulder, my arm, the back of my hand. The back of my hand is maybe the most, quote, hurt of anything. It's really just kind of stressed the tendons a little bit, because I don't tend to let go when I crash. I hold on. The bike protects me most of the time. I saw Ricky Carmichael do it that way, and I think James Stewart does that too. And so I thought, if it works for them, it works for me. And but anyway, let's continue, huh? Let's see if I can't get through this and actually ride. Bike looks fine otherwise. Really just slid out from under me. Should start right up. Usually it's close calls that warn you that you're nearing the edge of your talent. got all your gear on, you know, what might have been a really nice road rash from the gravel is just a little bit of bruising below the skin. Same with my gloves. I slid on my hand. Without gloves, the back of my hand, I would have lost a ton of skin off the back of my hand. It literally slid, I don't know, a couple of feet once I let go of the bike. A couple of feet across that gravel. Whoop-de-doos are the features where I have had the worst crashes, because you're going fast and you can get a little out of control at a high speed. Thankfully, I usually have bounced on the back side after I've fallen instead of the front side of the next whoop. Not really injured myself, but yeah. Whoop-de-doos are something you should work up to in speed for sure. And I think I had a little false confidence because I made that corner last time at a fairly high rate of speed. So I probably thought, hey, there's nothing to this. But of course, more people have ridden since then. The whoops are deeper since then. It's like the whoops are better on the main road and bigger around that corner. So I kind of got pulled by the main road, thinking all the whoops have been kind of worn down, and then hit that corner with a lot of side velocity. Same with this thing. I like to hit this thing fast, fairly fast. But you never know what condition the whoops are going to be in. So you do have to be careful. I owe a lot to this Fox Titan jacket. I've crashed so many times. I've fallen on rocks. I've bounced off of trees so hard that the cloth mesh underneath the hard pad left a scab shaped like a cloth mesh, like a checkerboard. It didn't tree that hard, but it dissipated enough of the energy that I didn't break my shoulder. I mean, right my top, right there on my shoulder. So I never ride without hard armor. You know, a chest protector will save your life. It's really important. But a chest protector with some armor on your shoulder. There's a turtle back on this thing. Turtle shell on the back. Tortoise shell, whatever they call it. It goes all the way to your tailbone. I've fallen on my back on rocks and literally not gotten any kind of, not even a bruise. That thing just absorbed the energy. So it weighs almost nothing. It's super comfortable. Liat makes one. Fox makes one. A couple other players. I like the Titans. You know, when I find something I can buy a couple of them in case they discontinue them. So I've got a couple of these. I might try something else next time. But for now, what I choose to ride in for safety. tighten up. You're doing this and you start to realize your muscles are starting to really tighten up. It's like, okay, you're probably near the edge of a safe area, and your body is holding you back, but that can also make it so you don't ride as well. Right, as when you relax, you're holding on with your feet. Holding on with your knees, and your arms don't have to do all the work. You can relax. Definitely going to get good work in today if I do both trails. All trails twice. Last trail. I hope that was right. I wanted that guy to take a left right there to skip this trail. I hope that's right. And I hope that gets him back faster. I don't know if I was videotaping that guy. Showed up, he's trying to get back. It's good. I've never gone back. Once I hit 4, I've always ridden 5. I don't really know how to get back without finishing riding the trail. So many times. Come around that corner and all of a sudden you got these 3 whoops. Hit the first one to bounce off and it's not ready. God, you gotta love Enoree. It is just such a beautiful trail. Such an expression. Man, machine, and nature. It's just wild. Guys double those jumps. I bet there's some really good guys that can do that. I have never been a track guy. I have almost no jump experience. A little bit of, you know, goofing off at Carolina Adventure World or Durhamtown. I would like to learn, but I don't know. You know, my bones aren't nearly as flexible, or my tendons aren't nearly as strong. Like your tendons in your 50s are about 1/4 the strength of when you're 18, which is amazing. So when you get a new ACL, try to give you, if you're going to get it from a donor, you know, you're hoping for a young donor. So jumping for me is something I'd like to do, but there's enough risk that I haven't been real motivated to do it. I love trail riding so much, and I know it will be thrilling. I'm sure it'll be awesome. But I get so much joy out of riding trails. That's just all. I'm just happy to do that, right? Close to where the trail comes back together with the original trail. Right, this is the Cedar Trail, right? It joins up. Paranoid about hitting those damn books. Back and do them. Probably slow down like 10 miles an hour on that one corner. Chance. That crash, you know, I didn't get hurt, but there was a risk there. It could have ended my ride. And not something I want to do. I can smell pre-mix. Ah, smells good. Whatever this guy in front of me is using, thank you very much. Some premix doesn't smell good. This stuff smells wonderful. Talking, so I must be resting, right? Catching my breath. I missed that corner too. Halfway to learning just how to correct when you mess up. It's as important as, you know, to go fast, you just got to twist the throttle. But when you mess up, you have to recover or bad things happen. You can get to where you don't mess up very often. But when you do, you've got to be able to recover, or you end up on the ground like me, back there on those whoops. Too heavy on that rear brake. Lot of warning signs, right, on this ride so far. This is where you gotta try hard. Dial it back 5%. I rode one time, I estimated I was riding at like 80% effort. I timed myself, and I think I was within like 96% of the best time I've ever done. So that extra 15% of effort, 20% of effort, doesn't always get you. You know, it doesn't get you 20% more speed. It might be 3% more speed. Now, if he's like me, he's going to speed up. So that competitive nature is on all of them. Pretty strong in me. Watch this guy ride for a minute, get that on video. Use battery by myself. It's kind of fun to watch someone else. That was mighty nice of him to do that. Camera on the corner. I wonder if my voice is even stronger than last time. This is the little second secret trail, right? Secret trail. You make right turns off of every trail. You get all the trails, including the two, quote, secret trails. They're just alternatives. The main trails are awfully fun, too. last time I did the number 4 without taking that this trail, or number 2 without taking that side trail, you know, that I had to stop and make. I was like, well, that was a blast. And I think this one too, I did this one without taking that trail not too long ago. And I was surprised at how really fun it was. It was just fun. A commercial for goggles, right? Bushes in my face. Killed it. Look at that. Need 19-foot tall legs. Yeah. There we go. Carbureted bike, just give it full power, full throttle. It's gonna be flooded. Full throttle, you see how easy it starts right up. I don't want to stop too long because my hand is starting to hurt a little bit, and where the tendons got a little stressed when I fell, and I really want to do both. All 5 loops twice. I think I'll put the craft on the front end of my video. You know, I was thinking of the title might be "Light the Skies," since it's such an overcast day. Light the skies at Enoree. It might be whoop-de-doo fails at Enoree today. Alright, well, that was really fun. We'll see if the GoPro will last in 1080p. The bike is just hooking up like crazy. Loves this weather. taillight, so I'm guessing it's a KTM or gas. Yep. Turns there, buddy. Fast is fun, straightaways. Spider hanging through my goggles here, bouncing around like the web. That shouldn't last too long. Do my part. Close to the edge of the trail there, my feet were bouncing off those rocks. That could be a big problem. You know, you want to be toes in. Toes in. And try to stay at least a foot off the edge of the trail. It's so easy to drift a little bit, right? You're close and then you drift. You smack a stump or a rock. There's no requirement to keep stumps and rocks off the side of the trail. They just can't be on the trail. Yeah, I bet there's guys that jump the heck out of that and make that corner. I'm not one of them. Maybe someday, but probably not. I'd have to ride with someone that really knows what they're doing, that can coach me on a safe way to do that. Self-taught is great, but not for flying and not for flying over jumps. I'm a pilot, but I went to school, to get to learn to fly. Back in the days when you had to teach yourself, a lot of guys died. There were a lot of great pilots because those are the ones that survived self-training. They had natural ability. And they survived training themselves to do something so inherently dangerous, right? I mean, dirt bike, the risk is small of crashing really bad if you're not going too much faster than what you're capable of. But there is a risk there that can take you out of the game. I'm constantly having to hold back the crazy guy behind the throttle that just wants to go, like when I was little, full throttle. I remember I got on a YZ250 off of like a Honda 190 or something years ago. That was like a YZ250. By modern standards, not a very fast bike, but in those days, a fairly fast bike. I just hit full throttle, and that thing almost took off and left me behind. So front tire, even though my back end was skidding a little bit, front tire in the direction I wanted to go. When I got my traction back, we were going back up that hill. If I would have crashed, I would have explained a whole other set of circumstances about what happened, but thankfully we made it. So, it makes my technique look good. It doesn't always work. It's better not to get so crazy sideways. Even if we're in control. And I hit it at an angle and hit the gas. So it kicked out the rear end. So I saved the problem that I caused myself. Got a little bit of gas. Listen to that 250. So much faster than I am. fix that one little deep rut in the middle of the trail, or if that's on the trail, then it's not the secret trail on number 4 or number 2. You just won't see it today. Just keep in mind, if you ride without taking the 2 side trails that I took, watch out for basically a G out. You're going down and right back up, and there's just this little, what looks like a little rut. It's going to be wet, holds water. Just be careful in that. Your front end pretty steep, and you can just dig your front end right down into it. I guess you can just wheelie over it. Alright. Well, I don't like to hit bridges at that kind of an angle, but oh well, it's a little sloppy. Hold on to the bars, then to grab the bars after you let go to fix your helmet or your goggles. There's a reason motocross guys do that in the air, over the jump, because they're in total control. I love this bike. I love it down. Yeah. All right, 4th trail, I think. That was fun. Look at that clay. That's South Carolina. Clemson orange clay, baby. I did my undergrad at Clemson University. So I will always be a Tiger. I was born in the year of the Tiger, 1962, when the Remington Model 700 came out, when the Navy SEALs were formed. A lot of cool stuff happened in 1962. The coolest one for me is me. Otherwise I wouldn't be here. But it's fun how many different things. I also used to do some training. I trained, I was in the Navy. I was a Navy diver, ship's diver, scuba qualified, and submarine. And so we had, let me put it this way, we had the capability to host and train Navy SEALs and other groups. And I may have been involved in some of that. Nothing important, just fun, just cool. Right? Nothing spectacular. dive school was great. I had 3 recon Marine roommates and me, this little submariner guy. And man, we tore up Panama City, Florida. We had a great time. We were respectful, but we partied like 19-year-olds party, especially wild 19-year-olds, super fit condition. There's some nice videos nowadays of Hell Week just in dive school, of what the SEALs do. It's nothing. It's a walk in the park compared to SEAL Hell Week. But you're not a SEAL, and you're just a normal person going through dive school, and especially if you're not comfortable in the water, and they will make you uncomfortable. I lost my partner because of panicking. You go to the surface and you watch out. You can't do that. And then I got paired up with one of my recon Marine roommates, which was fantastic. Holt was his last name, H-O-L-T. He was the fastest guy in dive school running. I was the second fastest, and we were a good team. But I was saying, there's some nice YouTube videos showing what they do to you, how they steal your air and all that. They, tie your tanks up, turn your valves off, try to separate you from your partner. You never leave your buddy. We dive in the buddy system. I grew up dredging for gold on the Macaulay River, so I had been diving since I was 14 years old. I had been diving commercially, 12 hours a day, dredging gravel off the bottom of rivers over giant boulders, and really getting comfortable in the water. I didn't learn to swim till I was 10, and I really took that personally, and worked really hard. In the time I lived in San Diego, worked really hard to kind of become sort of a waterman, right? Really comfortable in the water. Learn to be a strong swimmer. Swim underwater, hold my breath, all those things, because I felt so bad about being a 10-year-old who couldn't swim. California, that's not common. It's a little more common out here in the south. So anyway, when I started diving, I took right to it. My father and I worked at Roaring Camp, and during the off season, we would dredge gold. In the video, but I can see pretty far ahead through these woods, or I would be going much slower than that. I don't think I'm going to set any records on this run. My hand is sore, a little sore. I'm a little scared, especially about these upcoming whoops. And I'm going to have to overcome that fear now. Thankful I didn't get hurt. Oh, this bike. This YZ250. You set it up for the woods, set up the motor, tune the motor, and just pay. If you can't do it yourself, pay to get your suspension revalved for the woods. It's a great wood platform. It's excellent wood platform. That turn, but a little late. We made it, but we touch and go. There you go. Head forward, knees bent. Head forward. Steady throttle. Still got a little kicker on that. A little bit easy on the throttle on that last one. A little bit lazy. Bike's running so good, I can easily kick the rear end out on all any of these corners. The temperature's perfect for this weather, or for this, perfect for my jetting. The temperature is perfect for my jetting. All right, here we go. Now we're going to slow down a little bit. That's what I should have done. I should have gone straight. I tried to actually turn it when I hit it, thinking I might go into the woods there. But I think I could have gone straight, and then I would have gotten just enough traction to make that corner. Anyway, live and learn, right? Getting stiff, relax a little bit, actually grip it with the knees, lighten up my grip with my hands, still drive fast. You gotta slow down a little. If you're gonna not manhandle the bike as much, you do have to slow down a little bit earlier going into a corner, you know, whereas you might use your strength to muscle it around a corner. Trying to take it a little easy. Just got slow down a little earlier, so that strength is not required. That was fun. Jump normally, and then all of a sudden you come down and there's a big tree right there. Whew. Here's a problem you young guys don't have to deal with. As I got older, I have more hair in my nose. Not a lot compared to a lot of people, but more. And I didn't trim it recently, so it hangs, gets about as long as, basically sticks out at the tip of the nostril, and then the breeze blows on it and it tickles my nose so bad. I'm constantly wanting to grab my face. You probably have seen my hand coming to my face. Most of the time I'm adjusting my goggles, but about 1 in 5 of those, scratching my nose with that darn nasal hair, itching me. Way, or the safest way probably to get around the corner. Maybe it's a bad habit. I kind of enjoy it, so I'm not real anxious to work on correcting it. I do correct problems with my riding. If I notice something that affects how I ride in a bad way, I'll work to correct it. But if the negative effects are outweighed by fun, I'll take fun. Over technique. Always slow down on that section right there. Always slows me down. I don't know if it's a couple of off-camber turns or what it is. Actually will rev. I don't do it enough for y'all. Some of y'all won't believe that, since I don't ride like that. But yeah, this bike will get up and go. It's still the wild woods beast. It's built into its DNA. It's essentially a tuned down version of Chad Reed's bike, right? Back when he was racing on YZ250 two-stroke. Of course, there's no comparison in his stiff suspension that he was running from my trail stuff. But I actually run really stiff compared to most people. And I absorb a lot with my legs, because that way when I do hit, like I don't know if you saw on those whoopie-doos, the bike just was soaking them up. Not the ones I crashed on, that was my fault. But on the straight road, the bike doesn't even feel those. At high speed. So it's really good for that. And the reason I do it that way is my home track is Wambaw. So Wambaw has several long sections of high-speed whoops. And you might go 40 to 45 miles an hour. And sometimes they're deeper than the last time you were there. And your suspension's not set up properly. If you bottom out, you know, you don't get enough rebound quick enough to put the wheel back on the ground, and you can really run into problems. So once I got set up for those high-speed whoops, I told myself I'm going to ride like this for, you know, the next several times, and just see if I can't get used to it. And that really has paid off. Probably keep me out of trouble on a couple of times when I hit something too big, too fast, someplace I'm not familiar with, you know, and there's a big bump around the corner. Like maybe the first 3 times I survived those whoops that I just crashed on. This last time I just flew too close to the sun, panicked, turned the wheel instead of going semi-straight, and that's my fault. And I hit it too fast. I used to almost overrun that one all the time. You're coming down this hill, and then suddenly there's a turn, and it's sharp. Gotta go right back into lugging this thing. Another thing about lugging is if I make a mistake and accidentally grab a little whiskey throttle, I'm a lot safer if I'm lugging it in a higher gear, whereas a low gear, right, will slingshot you like right off this trail. So I'm always a gear high. You know, I'm averaging probably 4th and 5th most of the time. Yeah, so that was 3rd. I'm back and forth. And this little sewing machine of a motor, man, it's just, you got a lot of control. Ran into the side, yeah. I remember that. Biggest mistake I make lately is just not standing up when I should be standing up. You know, I get pretty lazy. And my booty slingshot shot it into the air. Wild place to go over the edge. If you did, you might have to have a bit of a drag to drag your bike back up. I'm always a little more cautious here than in other areas. Some people watch my videos. Love my wife. This year it'll be 39 years married to my first love, and I love Enoree. Love me some Enoree. Is right about here. It's like my muscles are fatiguing a little bit. And I feel like my heart rate is, 140 or something. I just don't feel fatigued at all. And I'm not going that fast. There's not a lot of leg work required, which preserves